Since 9/11, many individuals holding delicate posts, including investors, specialists and researchers, have been discovered dead under puzzling conditions. Is everything a fortuitous event, or is the profound state at work? Daisy Luther reports. Here is a rundown of more than 50 of these investors, in data range, with a short diagram on every one of them. You presumably likewise recollect that last year, 12 all-encompassing specialists either passed on or disappeared over a course of just 90 days. How strangely circumstantial. In any case, the passings of these investors and specialists are only a glimpse of a larger problem. Did you catch wind of the majority of the dead researchers? Presumably not. Consider the possibility that I revealed to you that handfuls and handfuls and many researchers have been slaughtered, kicked the bucket in secretive conditions, and few reports have sifted through by means of the predominant press. Imagine a scenario in which I revealed to you that they were engaged with looking into or working with bio-level 4 pathogens, atomic research and so forth. Also, that numerous had government joins. Buy gifts issued, inquire about in the interest of or straightforwardly by working in government offices. The present spate of passings started not long after 9/11, on November 12, 2001, to be exact. On November 12, Benito K., 52, was discovered insensible in the road close to the research center where he worked at the University of Miami Medical School. He kicked the bucket on December 6. On November 16, 2001, educator where Wiley evidently slaughtered himself, yet there was, and never has been any proof of that. On November 15, Harvard professor Don Wiley left a social occasion of companions and associates sometime after 10:30 p.m. The following morning, Memphis police discovered his rental auto seized on an extension, with a full tank of gas and still in the start. There was no budgetary or family inconvenience. In reality, Wiley should meet his family at the Memphis airplane terminal to proceed to an Icelandic excursion. Nor was there any history of gloom or dysfunctional behavior. In the report imprinted in the New York Times on November 27, the FBI's Memphis office removed itself from the case, saying that the accessible realities did not signify a doubt of treachery. I speculate the FBI it's an impeccably ordinary event for a Harvard professor to stop his rental auto on an extension amidst the prior night he should leave for Iceland and simply leave into the Tennessee dim. Move along national, nothing to see. The teacher's partners communicated questions about the official suicide clarification for his vanishing. Source. His body was found on December 20. Next came Vladimir Pasachnik, who kicked the bucket on November 23, 2001. No reason for death was ever given. A Russian, he deserted to Britain in 1989, matured 64. He depicted a system of mystery research facilities, camouflaged as a business association called Biopreparat, which utilized a few thousand researchers and specialists to create potential natural weapons that could spread illnesses like Bacillus anthracis, Ebola, Marburg infection, dormant, Q fever, and smallpox. Source. On December 10, 2001, Robert Schwartz, 57, was discovered killed in his provincial home in Lawtown County, Virginia. His little girl was at last indicted his murder. On December 11, 2001, Seth Van Nguyen, 44, was discovered dead in the airtight chamber access to a stroll and icebox in the research facility where he worked in Victoria State, Australia. As per reports, he was a faithful, determined and watchful representative. On February 8, 2002, Vladimir Karshinov, 56, was discovered dead on a Moscow road. Outside his home. He kicked the bucket from limit-compel injury to his head, and there is no record of his executioner being found, or notwithstanding being looked for. On February 11, 2002, Ian Langford, 40, was discovered dead in his home in Norwich, England. He was half exposed and wedged under a seat. His strength was natural hazard. Police and after death comes about announced the injuries found on his body were self-incurred or maintained incidentally. The rundown continues forever. Alexei Brushlinsky, Robert Leslie Berghoff, Dr. Tanya Holzmayer, Eugene Malov. John Mullen. Dr. Jane M. Hotspot for the accompanying rundown: Alberto Beher, Martin John Rogers, Glenn Thomas, Stamp Ferry, Teacher Carol Ann Bruster, Ann Zersky, Shane Todd, Dr. Richard Holmes, Melissa Katanuti, Teacher Dr. Richard Crow. This is a deficient rundown. There are many, some more. A significant number of these researchers were youthful and in the prime of their lives. The greater part of the passings were ascribed to mischances and murders, with a couple of suicides tossed in for good measure. Are their passings connected? Who knows? Are governments quieting researchers? Who knows? What I can state without a doubt is that a colossal measure of logical virtuoso has been wiped out with the passings of these individuals. And potentially numerous more we don't think about.